Sabi nila, Philippines has a lot to offer. At sabi ko naman, yes, and people keep coming back for more. That's why, want to try the greatest nomadic adventure of your life? Where you'll visit a treasure trove of rich culture and history, an astounding collection of never-before-seen natural wonders, and the finest works of art.
This is Group 3. Come with us as we explore the various sites that lay within the three great buildings which house countless exhibitions and historical treasures that will make you truly love the Philippines.
First stop, the National Museum of Natural History.
Group 3 at Natural History Museum.
On June 28, 2016, the National Museum of Natural History was officially opened, with the ceremonial handover of the Tree of Life, which was presented by former President Benigno Aquino III through the members of his cabinet. At the center of the museum, the Tree of Life structure unites all of the distinctive ecosystem of the Philippines, from our magnificent mountain ranges to our outstanding sea reefs.
The Natural History Museum, one of Metro Manila's most popular educational tourist attractions, has the idea of presenting its collections from the mountain to the sea. These collections are displayed through interactive displays, video guides, diagrams, and illustrations combined with several natural fields of science specimens on display at the museum's galleries and halls.
As we finished being checked by the security entrance and put our belongings in the baggage, we felt nostalgic in the National Museum of Natural History. In the fast pacing of the modern times, when there will be a moment for us to look back in the past, the National Museum of Natural History is a perfect place to go to. Having 12 galleries exhibiting the rich biological and geological resources of the Philippines, which some are now uncommonly seen. Natural history offers a diversity of Philippine animals and plants that most of it our country only owns. We have witnessed eye-catching details of parts of underrated flowers, leaves, herbs, only in caves or on any island that is far from Manila can ever see, as well as endangered animals and insects preserved bodies and created statues. This has helped us, our group, to know more about what the Philippines has to offer in its natural resources, which has come to our realization that there are some reasons why foreign countries in the present times and even our colonizers back then loved and wanted the Philippines.
And for our next stop, the National Museum of Fine Arts.
Group 3 at Fine Arts Museum.
The grand old legislative building is now the National Museum of Fine Arts and is located on Padre Burgos Street, heading southwest. Despite its tragic past during the Japanese forces' occupation of the Philippines, the building was rebuilt in 1949. Decades have passed since then and it has been used as a government building office. Today, it stands as a historical landmark that serves the public as a museum destination and serves both educational and recreational purposes.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that is certainly true for the National Museum of Fine Arts, with 29 galleries and hallway exhibits showcasing a trove of paintings, sculptures, and diverse artwork. The museum speaks volumes of the Philippines' cultural and historical heritage through the eyes of its artists. One such artwork is the award-winning and history-making Spolarium by Juan Luna, a breathtaking composition that depicts the ruthless plunder of fallen gladiators.
The National Museum of Fine Arts offers a diverse amount of artworks such as paintings, sculptures, photographs, and prints that have a significant influence in our nation's history.
For art lovers, the Philippines National Museum of Fine Art is a fantastic location. Visitors can peruse numerous galleries to find something to enjoy because the selection of the artwork is superb. Families and kids will enjoy exploring the museum's interactive exhibits and educational offerings. The museum is a fantastic resource for learning more about Filipino arts and culture.
Down to our third spot, the National Museum of Anthropology.
Group 3 at Museum of Anthropology.
The National Museum of Anthropology, which is located in the former Department of Finance building, was built in the 1940s during the American regime. The 5-story building was destroyed during World War II as the American forces bombarded the building with heavy artillery fire. But it was reconstructed in 1949. In 1998, named as the Museum of the National People, it was publicly opened as a museum which houses exhibitions focused on our cultural heritage, giving a deep sense of pride in our identity as Filipinos.
Today, it is now known as the National Museum of Anthropology and is used to display Philippine ethnographic and terrestrial and underwater archaeological collections that tells the history of the Philippines through items that serve as proof of its prehistory. This includes the Baybayin Gallery, Balayok Gallery, Lumad Mindanao Gallery, and many more. But the Kabanang Lahi Gallery, which showcases the historical burial objects, customs, and amazing craftsmanship of previous Philippine societies from roughly 2,500 to 1,000 years ago, is one exhibit that really draws our attention and fills us with wonder. One of these is the renowned Manunggul jar, a secondary burial jar discovered in the Manunggul Cave in the Taban Caves in Palawan.
The National Museum of Anthropology serves as a repository for a country's cultural artifacts, archaeological finds, and historical objects. These items represent the collective memory and identity of the nation, providing a tangible link to its past. In conclusion, the National Museum of Anthropology is more than just a building filled with artifacts. It is a vital institution that plays a significant role in preserving, promoting, and celebrating a country's cultural heritage. Through its exhibits and educational programs, it enriches our understanding of humanity's past and contributes to building a more tolerant, informed, and culturally aware society.
The National Museum of Anthropology gave us a glimpse of a time and a world so distant yet familiar. The tools, crafts, and garments that ancient Filipinos have created help us understand their way of life and how it shaped who we are today. This is an experience worthy of being remembered, especially since our class explored it together. Being wonderstruck with the National Museum of Anthropology is an understatement, considering what it can offer its visitors. This feeling of connecting to the artifacts inside the museum serves as a lifelong lesson that we can keep until we are old. The same way our ancestors preserved what is present in the exhibits. Valuing comes with understanding, and it is the key to preserving our heritage.
And to our last spot, the Kartilya ng Katipunan.
Group 3 at Kartilya ng Katipunan.
The Katipunan Revolution Monument, also known as the Kartilya ng Katipunan or Heroes Park, is a public park and plaza in Ermita, Manila. The Bonifacio and the Katipunan Revolution Monument, situated within the grounds of the Bonifacio Shrine and designed by Filipino sculptor Eduardo Castrillo, was unveiled in 1998. The Katipunan, aka KKK, was a Philippine Revolutionary Society founded by anti-Spanish Filipinos in Manila in 1892, whose primary aim was to gain independence from Spain through revolution.
The Kartilya ng Katipunan was a fascinating and illuminating experience that allowed me to dive into the core of the Filipino nationalism and the foundations of the Philippine Revolution. As we reached this historical landmark, I couldn't help but feel a connection to the past and a strong appreciation for Katipuneros who battled for the country's freedom. The struggle for independence may have changed its form, but the core values represented by the Kartilya are just as vital in building a strong and prosperous nation. During my visit, I learned how crucial it is to preserve historical locations like Kartilya ng Katipunan. By saving our legacy, we are keeping alive the memory of the sacrifices and hardships made by our predecessors and imparting a deep pride and identity among the Filipino people.
We were all tired after a long day of visiting the different museums in Manila, but we were also filled with awe and amusement. We had seen so many things, from the ancient artifacts, wonders of nature, to the finest works of art. We had learned so much about the history and culture of the Philippines, and we had come to appreciate the beauty and diversity of this country.
We were all glad that we had made the effort to visit these museums in Manila, plus the Katipunan Revolution Monument. It was a tiring day, but it was also a day that we would never forget. We had filled our eyes with wonders and would come home with a complete awe of the Philippines.